Hello everyone and welcome back to Technically Unsure, where I'm not really sure what I'm doing technically.
What am I doing?
So I heard you guys, it seems like you guys really like a good motherboard that just works and it can be used for either gaming or NAS or server or Proxmox. So I think on paper, I haven't tested it, I haven't opened the box, I haven't done anything. On paper, it looks like I found another great deal for you guys. So I ordered it, I just received it. So we are going to take a look at it. Hopefully you all will like this one and hopefully it will live up to its promises. But overall, it seems to be a very good deal, at least. If it works, it is cheap, affordable, and hopefully everything will work out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It's this bad boy. So I don't even know if there is a brand or name or anything associated to it. We're gonna unbox it and see. But this motherboard has a lot of unique things about it that the other two motherboard that we checked out in this channel, the Chinese no name. I say no name, the other one actually was a BKHD and apparently it's not even no name, so that was my bad. Anyway, let's take a look at this one and see what this one is. So this is exactly how it arrived. Yeah, so this is AnyRevo technology. So that was in the box. And let me take this board out. It's beautiful. It's very, very neat. So what I bought was actually I paid like 140 and this board looks amazing. This comes with the RAM. I thought I have to install my own RAM. So it does have 2 slots. I might install another one myself, but look at that beauty. Look at this. So there's the I/O over here. We're gonna talk about it. This is very, very nice. So they installed also an NVMe SSD over here. I didn't even know that's included. I'm gonna check again. Even the battery is included. That's nice. And we have 2 very awkward USB in the middle of the board. I don't even think you can really plug anything to the bottom one. And look, because there is this tiny chip, it's like a dent. So you can't really plug anything to that. Let me see. So this is my Ubuntu Flash. Let's see if I can plug anything to it. Ah, that's super awkward. Look at that, that's flush with the motherboard. Okay, yes, I guess it's dangerous though. I'm gonna knock something off. Jesus, all right, there's like 2 in here. Anyway, so it does have 2 RAM slots right here, and these are DDR4 and SODIMM DDR4 2 memory slots. Supports 2400, 2666, and 3200. They're literally saying that. They're not saying from 2. They're saying those 3 non-ECC. So I have to clarify that right away. I know you guys love that ECC stuff. It does not support ECC. Okay, keep that in mind. And then the fan is pre-installed. There was 2 versions. There was one with an Intel Celeron N5105, which is 2.9 gigahertz, and there was another Intel Pentium Silver N6005, which goes up to 3.3 gigahertz. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know which one is this one. So I see that on their specs page. I don't know which one I got. So let's figure that out together when we boot into the OS. Okay. So I told you, I didn't open this. Every time I do this, I want to open everything in front of camera so we discover everything together, okay? So this is basically Intel Celeron N5105, 4 megabyte cache, 2.9 gigahertz, 4 core, 4 thread, I think, CPU. Okay, we're gonna check the core and C thread. Oh, there is an NVMe slot right here, 2280. Once you flip it over, you will see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 SATA connectors, okay? And as we talked about it, there's 2 awkward USB slots over here. Another NVMe SSD, which is populated already. I didn't know that they're shipping it with anyway, and I don't know that brand. Soinent. Okay, for powering this board, we need the regular ATX power supply for here, and then also there is one right there. I'm not sure if we're gonna need that, but I have to check the documentation. Okay, so let's take a look at it. So this is the COM port. Funny thing is, on their page, they call this Gorge. I know it's gorgeous and it's gorged, but they call it Gorge, like Gorge. I have no idea what that means, but this this is COM port, okay? And another funny thing I saw was, I think it is this one or here somewhere, they had something like Mecher burner. I have no idea what those words are, but that's LAN status LED indicator apparently. So documentation wise, typical stuff from China, sorry, but it's gonna lag. So yeah, we have to put ATX 4 pin over here. The CPU fan, regular ATX power, 24 pin. If you look at it, SATA stuff, COM port, that says ESPI, and then the case fan, and then USB 4? I don't believe that. Oh, probably USB number 4. I don't think that's a USB 4 port. There's no way that's for USB 4. Okay, that's nice. There's TPM header. Although I'm not sure if I have one that's fitting that. There is no holes. It's all populated. Okay, anyway. And then there is a LAN underline 4 LED. Yeah, this is front I/O, front panel I/O right there. That's pretty much it. Okay, now let's talk about the ports. So they have, that's the most impressive to me, I think. So the other boards that we checked out did not have this. So it comes with a display port and HDMI port. So the other board we checked had the VGA port, right? So this one not only has HDMI, but also contains a display port. So this is HDMI 2.0, but it is still, I didn't expect that. And it does come with 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. So I'm not sure if all of them are, but I think they are. They are all same chip, AESE2402. Yeah, I'm gonna say these all four are 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. I keep doubting because the documentation and the brochure that they have on their website just sucks. But I think, yeah, this is 2.5, all 2.5. This is USB 3.0 and these are USB 2. There's right here. USB 2 is over there. I mean, it is very small. Let me grab a ruler. Yeah, so we go with inch and it is 6.5. When the centimeters should be 17, I guess. Let's see. Yep, 17 by 17. Yeah, so it's the standard mini ITX 17 by 17. Very neat looking board, very lightweight. Like usually the motherboards, you know, I don't know what the typical weight is for a motherboard, but this is light. This is very, very light. Let's talk about additional costs. So let's say you bought this for 140. I see something and I buy it and it's $95. And I go and check it again on AliExpress after the video or right around when I'm uploading the video, it doesn't matter. It is now 105 or sometimes it's double the price. It's not in my control. That's what I paid, 140, okay? What you need in addition to this, let's say NAS use case, okay? Obviously, I don't think you can game on it. Yeah, I'm gonna say obviously. Yeah, there's no way you can game on this. There's no PCIe slot and the CPU is not good enough for that. So forget about gaming. This is a NAS motherboard. And it says right there, NAS, network attached storage. So yeah, it's a NAS motherboard and there's also shield and some screws, I guess for the NVMe SSD part. Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe for the case, nothing else in the box. So hey, let's talk about total cost. Let's say you want to set up a NAS on this with 6 SATA ports and 2 NVMe SSDs. One for OS, one for backup of the OS image, maybe redundancy. But yeah, let's talk about the price. So you need a RAM, one more RAM probably. Let's see. This is 16 gigabyte. Actually, maybe not. If you're running just TrueNAS on this, and I don't think you can do Proxmox on this, it's not that powerful. The CPU, there is no way. You can't do Proxmox. You can game on it. Literally, what it says on the box, network attached storage, NAS server, okay, NAS motherboard. So let's focus on that. You probably don't need another RAM. 16 gigabytes should be more than enough. So let's say you need a power supply and you need, I guess, 6 hard disk drives or whatever you need. And on top of that, you need maybe a case, just somewhere to put this. That's it, because it comes with CPU, comes with a RAM, comes with a cooler. It's even comes with this one. I don't even know what is on it. So yeah, looks like a neat tiny motherboard for 140. That's like ROG 5A, pink, something like that, right? Same price. Yeah, this is neat. So let me set everything up, grab a drink, watch me suffer, and let me take this for a spin. I'm gonna install a TrueNAS, so I need my T USB, which is TrueNAS. All right, so let me take care of this and get it ready. I'm gonna go into the fast forward mode. Oh, all right. I just powered it on and it just started. I didn't even press the start. So let's see how it goes. It doesn't need front I/O. I'm gonna keep pressing the delete key. And you can see the power consumption, right? 30 watts, 31 watts. Let's see. Okay. So that was fast, actually. That was very fast. So it needed this extra half CPU connector power. So keep in mind that's needed. See, now it's back to 45, 47, 46. Let me keep it that way. There you go. We are booted into the BIOS. Now, UEFI 2.7, Pi 1.6, CWN5105 NAS. So that's this motherboard. CW, I'm again guessing that's the vendor. Yeah, anyway, so processor is N5105, 2 gigahertz. Did they say 2 gigahertz? I don't think they said 2.9 gigahertz. Yeah, probably that's the boost, so that's the base. And total memory is 16, that is correct. And in advanced, what we have, CPU configuration. So VMX is enabled by default, good. AES, okay, that's good. So you can also use this as a pfSense. There's 4. I guess you can do that, yes. SMM enhancements, okay, good. Power and performance, CPU power control, turbo. Wow, it comes with turbo enabled, okay. And turbo mode and other settings. C states, oh, that's disabled, good. We want a max performance. I'm gonna do some tests on benchmarks like I usually do. So GT power control, okay. PC edge, okay, so there is ME. So ME state, it is enabled. Can I disable that? I guess I can. Would that work enough? Would that be enough? I would rather overwrite the BIOS with the ME cleaner, but it is there, so it comes with it. I know I get comments, you know, it comes with a malware, Chinese malware, whatever. I guess you can get the BIOS, you can dump it, you can disable ME, and you can check the BIOS. I haven't spent any time on reverse engineering even the other motherboard, but it is what it is. So overclocking, what is in there? There are some settings over here, max voltage core ratio and other stuff, okay? So if you wanna go for it, go for it, I'm not. And BCLK, trusted computing, yeah, TPM. Oh, it looks like it does have TPM. So I assume you can install Windows 11 and you don't need an external dongle or something, I guess, okay? ACPI settings, Super IO configuration, hardware monitor, temperatures look good, RPM looks good. Hopefully, as someone said, you know, they are not under reporting, but yeah, it is what it is. Smart fan, automatic mode, that's fine. And there are software mode, okay. Serial port, yeah, that's the COM port. Acoustic management, that's the SATA controller. Oh, so that's just one of my SATA disks. I don't even know what it, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what does that mean? There's just 6 ports, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So they have 2 SATA controllers and one is doing 5 and the other one is just doing 1. And I guess other available bandwidth is used for USB or something else. Not sure what they're doing, but it is what it is. PCIe and USB configuration. NVMe configuration. Okay, that's the vendor provided NVMe, I think. I didn't install my NVMe, yes, so that's that. Yeah, so Samsung. So what I did was, wait a second, why these 2 are not detected? Hold on. So it detected the 4 Samsung SSDs, but it did not detect these 2 mechanical disks. Why? Let me see. If it is not detected, I have to investigate. So boot option. Oh, they already ship with FreeBSD. Okay, I guess that's either pfSense or TrueNAS. We have to see. Both are FreeBSD based. So they ship with something installed, just so you know. But I'm going to investigate what that is. So I'm not going to boot now. And OEM set. This is GPIO settings. They have 8 GPIO pins. Okay. And other stuff. So hold on a second. Where are the disk settings? Hard disk priority thing. I just want to see a list of all hard disk. Enabled. Not here. All right. Okay. Actually, one of the impressive things about it was that boot time. Like, as soon as you power it on, it shows up. Okay. So that is plugged in. So it's not about the cable connection or anything. And I see that it's spinning. And the power is connected. And I can see that. Yeah. Everything is connected. So first, let me boot. I'm not gonna boot from the USB. I just want to boot into what they ship it with. What you see that? As soon as I reboot, it is real fast. It just comes right back. And the BIOS is from 2 years ago. Okay. All right. What is that? pfSense? TrueNAS. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, maybe it's my flash. Boot TrueNAS installer. Yeah. Sorry. I got excited too early. Turn it off. Turn it on. I want to let it boot to whatever they ship it with first. And that chime is nice. Okay, so it's jumped to 70 watt at a point. So let me see what they boot, what they ship it with. Okay, so they ship it with pfSense. okay? So they don't ship it with TrueNAS, they ship it with pfSense, just so you're aware. Okay, so it boots into the pfSense. We don't want to do that. Let me turn it off. First, I want to boot into Ubuntu and do some benchmarking and yeah, other stuff, do some benchmarking. And after that, I will install a TrueNAS and turn this into a NAS with, as you can see, with 4 8TB SSDs and 2 20TB mechanical disks, just to test everything. And so far in BIOS, I'm not seeing this. I'm not seeing this. I'm gonna investigate, but I'm not seeing this. All right, so we are booted into Ubuntu. I didn't install it. I just want to test a bunch of stuff, and that's it, okay? NeoFetch, and that's what you're seeing. So Jasper Lake graphics, right? So UHD, Intel CPU's graphics, and I'm gonna try video play and other stuff. Intel Celeron N5105, and let me actually try a quick sysbench first. And before that, let me confirm how many threads does this one have. So 4-core, 4-thread, that's exactly what I thought. Okay, so let's do that. Sysbench threads for CPU run. By the way, look at the power consumption. So we are overloading the CPU and we are getting 40 watts and it jumped to 40 watts. Yeah, the number is a little bit underwhelming. Okay, I guess it is what it is. Let's see if we can do stress NG. Yeah, at peak of the test, as you can see, it goes to 45. So that's the max it goes when you're using the CPU to the max. Yeah, it's a little bit underwhelming, but it is an old CPU, Celeron, and it's 4 threads, 4 cores. So this is the result. This is what we are getting, okay? Let me see if it detected these two Western Digital ones. Okay, come on. Now we're talking. Okay, so it detected. So you see these two 20TB mechanical disks. This 32GB is my Ubuntu Flash, and 1, 2, 3, 4, those 4 are my 4 8TB SSDs, and this NVMe SSD is the one that the vendor shipped it with 250GB. Okay, so keep that in mind. So it detected basically every single thing. Okay, and let's do a quick iPerf test on a single connection, this connection. Okay, I haven't done the link aggregation. We can try that in the TrueNAS, okay? So iPerf 3. Yep, very nice. We get clear 2.5 gigabit on a single connection. I'm not using these two, remember. I'm not doing link aggregation. We'll do that, but for now, on a single one, it's definitely Ethernet ports are 2.5 gigabit, okay? Let's see a video playback. I just want to be done with the Ubuntu so we can install and turn it into NAS. So let's go to YouTube, my favorite site, and then search, I guess, 4K demo, my favorite demo. So remember, my screen resolution that I'm recording at is a 4K. My capture card is capturing this 4K, okay? So let's go full screen. Okay, so let's go to 1080p. It's dropping some frames even at 1080p. And it's wired, by the way, so definitely not Ethernet's issue. It's just processing issue, yeah, okay. So I assume if I go up, it's gonna start stuttering. So 1440p, yeah, it started dropping frames even more frequently. And if I go 4K, let's see what happens. This is what happens. Okay, dropping. Okay, I mean, it's playing smoothly, you see that? But it is definitely dropping frames. So it's okay. As I said, this is not for gaming. Obviously, you can play emulation games. You can run things like PCSX, PS1 games, maybe PS2 games, Nintendo Cube and stuff like that, GameCube, but it went up to 46, so that's kind of like capping it. Yeah, so I think you can play videos on this, but that's not the purpose of this motherboard. It says NAS, okay? And as we are looking, let's take a look at the temperatures while we are doing. So it went up to 50. Okay, let's play the video again on the 4K. So 61, 70. Woo, it's getting hot. Oh, 74. Yeah, we're just booted into Ubuntu Live and I didn't install anything, just the P sensor, and I'm playing a 4K video. Oh my God, it went to 77. And I see the fan ramped up. Yeah, we are pushing the limits. We are playing a 4K video. Okay, so that was over. What is this one? Is this also 4K? Yes, so this is also 4K. And it's also dropping frames. And it's also temperatures are rising. Oh no, actually. Are we on the 4K? 1440p. Let's go 4K. Yeah, it's already stuttering. And the temperatures Okay, not that bad. It's coming down actually. Somehow that video was overwhelming, I guess. It's going up again. 66. It's going up and it's stuttering. Okay, so know your limits, and that's not supposed to be used this way. So this is not for gaming or playing 4K videos, just so you know. It's a NAS motherboard, okay? You saw that, I'm playing. Let me do actually one more time as we can watch the temperatures. I wanna see if it came down to 50. Now if I do a stress NG, I wanna see how far it goes. Okay, so we're running the stress NG and it's 83. It's toasty. Okay, outside is fine. It's what is inside that counts. So that's 83. And I'm sure it's not underreporting. That's like already bad. If it was underreporting by like 20 Cs, we already had a toasty CPU and it's 83. It's a lot. It's really hot. Nothing in here. Nothing. I don't sense heat anywhere in the motherboard. It's not hot at all. So what is underneath is hot, but it's fine. Okay, it came back to 49. So, okay, we checked these stuff. Let's set up an NAS and see if everything works. And boom, remove Ubuntu. All right, I plugged in the T. That's the TrueNAS. I know I should use Ventoy, but I have my flash this way. I like it. Let's keep going. So I just installed the TrueNAS on the NVMe SSD, and now we are booting into NVMe SSD TrueNAS. And then I will try the link aggregation. We'll see the power consumption. We'll set up the NAS share and pool, ZFS pools, and do some tests. As you can see, when you're booting, it's like 40. And when I was doing benchmarks, that was going up to like 45. So let's see how it goes. All right, so we are booted, and as you can see, that's the IP address, 172.16.147. Okay, 172.16.147. Let's log in. All right, so we are logged in, and as you can see, Celeron N5105, 2 gigahertz, 4 threads. That's good enough to run an NAS. And as you can see, that's 2500 base. So let's go very quickly, create one pool with that 4, create a new pool, fast disk again, and use this 1, 2, 3, 4, Z2. Yeah, RAID Z is enough. Let's see, we're gonna get 21 terabyte. That's good. Let's go with that. Obviously, don't replicate what I'm doing. You have to. This is not a good setup, right? Let's confirm that. Okay, so we got the fast disks. Let's go back. One more pool, and I'm gonna say big disk. Yeah, it's disk with NS. So those two, these two goes over there. That mirror is fine. We're gonna get 20 terabyte also over there. Okay, let's create that big disk. Okay, so fast disk and a big disk pools are created. All right, now let's create the data set. Let's add the data set to this. Okay, hold on. Which one was that? Big disk. So big disk and nothing else there. Okay, and the fast disk, let's call that also fast disk just in case. All right, so we got the big disk and a fast disk. Now let's create a share very quickly. First of all, let me enable the service, the Samba. Okay, and start automatically. Now let's go to Samba share, create a share, and big disk. Okay, configure now. Let me create the account first. Unsure. All right, now let's go back to sharing. Windows share, delete that, add big disk, unsure, basic, and full control. Okay, save. And another share, add another share, this time the fast disk. All right, so I created 2 shares. Now let's try to do the link aggregation. Let me see. So IGC0 and IGC1 are the 2 connected, but does not have an IP because I haven't configured the link aggregation. I've done that on the router. So router expects a link aggregation, but I'm not doing that over here. So let me do that. Interfaces, these 2 does not have an IP. Add link aggregation. And aggregation 0, what was it supposed to start with? Something like that, aggregation, I forgot. I'll check that. So here, let's do 172.16.1, I guess 244, some IP that others are not using. And 0 and 1, and we are using LACP. Okay, test the changes, confirm, let's go. Okay, so the 244 worked and changed the IP. Now let's try to log in as the root again. All right, save the changes, and we made that change permanent. So now if we go to the network and interfaces, you're going to see that now our new IP address is 244, and that's a link aggregated link. So I can remove that single one. Okay, so now we have, and if I refresh, you will see that we are back. Okay, so everything is down except this one. That's the aggregated link interface. Okay, now let's do one thing. And my computer that I'm recording from, this one is 2.5. So that's not a good test. I'm going to test it from the other computer that does have 10 gigabit. And there we are going to see the maximum speed capabilities. That being said, let me just test this and see how it goes. Okay. So 172.16.1, 244. There you go. Big disk and a fast disk. Okay. So fast disk, if I copy something from my desktop, test 1, 2, let's see. Obviously, we are going to cap the 280 to 2.5 gigabit. That's a very, very, very good speed. So yes, that's exactly what is expected. If you want a super fast NAS that can have 6 SATA disks, aggregation on the 4 2.5, which you can add up and make it maybe like 10 gigabit speeds, and 2 NVMe SSD slots, this is the board for you. $140 with 2 RAMs, but it just comes with 1 populated. So that's a good copy test. And if I do from this device, there you go, read and write, that's the speed. Okay, so we have no problems over there. And if I do now with the slow disk, I think I'm gonna get similar numbers. If I go to the big disk, which is these 2 mechanical hard disk drives, 2 terabyte, it's 20 terabyte each, so 40, and those are mirror, by the way. Yeah, it's going to be same. Okay, so let me copy this one and to the big disk. Yep, no difference. All right, so we have 38 watts. So if you want such a NAS that uses also very low power and you're gonna use it just as a NAS, no gaming, no transcoding, no plex transcoding or gaming, you can, not going to be powerful, not going to be fast enough, now you can't play a lot of games. This is the motherboard, 140 bucks, okay? Now let me do a proper test with my other computer. Let's go over there. All right, so here I am on this computer, that's my work computer, and I have 10 gigabit over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this 10 gigabyte file over the same IP address, the fast disk first, and this is the speed. Okay, it's not faster. Okay, it's not faster. Let me check and see what's going on. So we have 244 link aggregation, and this is IGC0 and IGC1, which is those two. This is not even connected. If I refresh this, this is not up, this is down. So these two are 244. Let me enable SSH, services, SSH. Okay, let's actually do a test. I'm going to do a test from the aggregated link. The copy didn't exceed the 2.5. Let me see if this makes any change. Yeah, okay, so my link aggregation works. That's 4.7, that's exactly 2 times 2.3, right? So my link aggregation works, and that's the max speed. The link aggregation works, and if you do 4, you are going to get almost close to 8 something gigabit per second. So link aggregation works. You can go up to 8 gigabit, but with the 4 SSDs that are RAID Z and 2 that are mirror, we are not reaching any further. So if you want to do faster speeds, here's what you can do. In my case, I can maybe probably delete the whole thing, create 2 VDEVs, and each VDEV to have 2 and 2 SSDs, then I can probably get faster speeds, okay? But yeah, that's not logical, and I'm not doing this. In reality, you probably need to install 6 of these regular mechanical hard disk drives and do a 2 VDEV or 1 VDEV based on your needs. That's a different topic. We might talk about it someday, but there are so many good video tutorials on the YouTube on how to set up TrueNAS and pfSense and other stuff. Let me know if you want. I can create one as well. Yeah, I just wanted to share this motherboard with you guys. I think it's a good deal, mainly because they ship the OS NVMe SSD, they ship the RAM, and they ship the CPU and CPU cooler, and this tiny motherboard. All you need, all I did was the hard disk drives and the power supply. That's it. So obviously this this is way overkill. I'm using 750. So yeah, you don't even need anything remotely close to this. Like 100, 200 watts is more than enough. And you see that. Even during CPU benchmarks or file copies, it does not go above 45. So initially when I turn it on, it spikes up to like 80 watts for a second, but that's like cap. I've never seen it go higher than that. That's probably for the power supply stuff. So yeah, 100, 200 watt power supply, if there's any, that's more than enough. Okay, I think I covered pretty much everything. Actually, let me try the BIOS thing real quick. I just want to see if the BIOS is readable and writable. I will be right back. All right, so we are back. I basically, again, the typical stuff. So I installed this, did this, and it is saying it can't find ME PCIe device. It can't find the Intel ME. So this is a unique situation. This is not able to find Intel ME, and I actually see it on the BIOS. So I guess we can definitely disable it from there, but let me see if I can do it from here. So let me go to the cleaner here and let me see if I can read it from flash ROM. So flash ROM, dump that in. So yeah, in this motherboard's case, it's not that easy. So it can't find the Intel ME with the Intel ME tool, and I can't read the BIOS from the chip, okay? So what you have to do is you need one of those clips and SOIC 8 and read the BIOS, clean the ME, and flash it back. It's not like the other two motherboards that I had in my channel. So this is a little bit different. Just keep that in mind. I tried the Intel ME tool, doesn't work. I tried the ME clean, flash ROM. We didn't even get to ME cleaner stage. It is not able to do that. So if you want to, I believe I found the BIOS chip, and that should be right there. Okay. So let me actually turn it off. We're done with the tests. So let me remove the flash and remove the power and the PCIe and the SATA disks. Okay. So right there. So where you see the heatsink is and that label is N5105, right? Right there. That's the win bond. So I suspect that's the one, and I'm kind of confident that's the one. There is no other flash chip. Oh, I take that back. Actually, there is U10, U13, U22. Holy moly, there is like, what? I think this is BIOS. I'm kind of confident this is BIOS, but there are 4 more win bond flash chips over here as well. So yeah, if you want to go that route, I'm sure if you are so sensitive about the ME and you want to get rid of it, you will be able to find it. So yeah, you should be able to get it from here, here, some BIOS, dump it, remove and delete it, put it back, flash it back with those SLIC clips. But yeah, just wanted to show and share this BIOS, this motherboard with you guys. Please let me know if you have any questions and share your thoughts about this motherboard with me, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.